Yeah. Hi everyone, this is Rajat Rashinkar, and today we'll be learning about how do you get clients for your cold email marketing agency or lead generation agency. Or else, let's say you run a marketing agency wherein you offer some kind of service and you want to get clients for that service, right? How do you do it through email marketing? Today in this video, we're going to talk about how do you set up your email infrastructure in a reasonable cost without breaking your bank. So in this video, what we are going to cover the three essential components like for a profitable cold email infrastructure. So I'll just mention what are the three main things you have to get done so that your email infrastructure setup is done properly and you can start the campaign in a smooth way. Exact step-by-step setup, everything will be explained, like what tools and softwares you can get for the best results. When it comes to next thing, like let's say what matters actually. When setting up the cold email infrastructure, people usually make one of these three mistakes. Like they kind of put in a lot of money in their infrastructure so that their ROI is less, and then they keep on saying that cold email does not work, this, that. And when it comes to setup of their infrastructure, they set up the email infrastructure in a wrong way so that the emails which they are sending, they get delivered in a wrong way, right? They get into spam folders and all this stuff. That is a major problem which people face in while sending cold emails, right? And or else they do very less email infrastructure setup, wherein they'll be like putting a little bit amount of money, not getting too many softwares, like adequate amount of softwares which they exactly require. And when it comes to the three-part framework, it's majorly the technical setup, lead list building, and the campaign management and tracking. So yeah, these are the main pillars when it comes to cold email campaign. So we have to take care of these three pillars to make sure that our cold email infrastructure is set up properly. Just ignore the background music because I'm recording at 5 p.m. I don't know, there is a lot of traffic here. Okay, yeah. Next, when it comes to technical setup, we have to take care of these things. Okay, email infrastructure account setup, right? We have to choose which domains we're going to buy from, the Google domains, Microsoft domains, or we are going to get a private SMTP server for our email sending domains and mailboxes. Like these are the main important things. Like yeah, let me tell you why should we get the domains, right? When it comes to sending emails to a lot of people, we have to have a Gmail account. Let's say you're sending email from me to another person who is from an XYZ company. So we have to send an email through our Gmail account or a company account. Let's say if you send a company email through your Gmail account, then that might have higher probability of chances to land in spam, because most of the Gmail are like only to use for one-on-one conversation, something like that. If you kind of send a lot of emails through one email, then it might land into spam and your email can degrade, like it can get degraded. That's the reason why we have to buy multiple domains, and mailboxes setup should be done so that we can send emails through the professional email ID. That is the reason why we get domains. Yeah. And then next, when it comes to technical setup, yeah, after we get the domains, we have to create the mailboxes, as all those DKIM, everything. This technical setup, which like mailbox setup, has to be done, and then we'll go to setting up those mailboxes. So warm-up is basically whenever you create a new Gmail ID or email ID or some kind of mailbox, if you start sending like 100 to 1000 emails per day with a single email, then it might directly land into your spam. Like Google will kind of suspect that this is something spam. So we have to warm up the emails in such a way that we will send only like 5 emails per day, and then we shall keep on increasing the amount of emails which we'll be sending after a specific amount of time. So this is like we set up the warm up in the tool itself. In SmartLead or people.ai, we have the option to set up the warm up thing, wherein we go and set up all these things. It automatically gets done, and the spam reports have the biggest influence on your deliverability. So yeah, so if your email does not get into the clients or prospects inbox, then they'll not open it, and you might miss out on a huge opportunity. So that might cost you around $2,000 maybe, or else the kind of value you are providing. And if you start seeing spam reports during warm up, you have probably set something improperly, that then your emails have degraded or something. Your warm up has to be like at the top notch so that your email does not land into spam. So while you are warming up the email accounts, it's time to move to the phase 2 of the campaign, or the cold email infrastructure setup. So what exactly is phase 2? Phase 2, when it comes to phase 2, it is like lead list stack. How do you build the lead list? Lead list is like, when it comes to building a lead list, you have multiple sources to get the data from. Why do you build a lead list? Because you want to reach out to these people, through which you're like targeting these people. Then you kind of go and check where are these people hanging out, and then get the data, their email ID, their first name, last name, which company they work in, what do they do exactly, and then how do you need to approach them. All these things can be done through a particular tool called Apollo or Clay or Appify. Appify is like a scraper wherein you can scrape all these tools, right? Apollo, Clay, or some, if you go to Crunchbase, then you can get a lot of startups data from over there. So yeah, this is the major part when it comes to getting the data for the lead list, right? The poor quality data is the reason why most people struggle with cold emails, like targeting the wrong people. With when it comes to targeting, if you target wrong people, so yeah, 1 second, the mic was not connected. Yeah, if you target the wrong people, then you might end up not getting any replies from them, right? It is important to check that who are you targeting, why are you targeting them, and then what is the best place you can do that from. Like, what is the best place to get the data of those kind of people? Where do you find them? Like, let's say if you are targeting people who have just raised funding, then you can go and check in Crunchbase or Zoom Info, some tools like that. Also, if you are randomly targeting a company which is into manufacturing sector businesses or something like that, then you can go into Apollo and search that, I need these kind of things, just tell me what kind of people and how much employee count should they have, head count, and all the stuff, the company information you have to provide them, and then you'll be easily able to extract the lead list from there. When it comes to clay.com is a very like useful software wherein you can enrich the leads. It has like very advanced enrichment tools wherein you can do waterfall enrichment and all those stuff, like multi-setup automation, AI powered personalization. You can also use their API and just build a workflow automation out through it. And then yeah, Appify also is a great tool for scraping the data. And if you want to use some other additional tools, then we have instant data scraper like Crunchbase, as I told, Panda Match. These are like kind of tools where we can use all these tools, right? Yeah. When it comes to lead enrichment, you have to get the leads enriched. What do I mean by enrichment of the lead? You just have to check that whether this guy is suitable for our company or not, and then you have to get the guy's or girl's email address, so that we do email verification. Let's say Apollo gives you some kind of email, like Apollo's data does not have all those verified email IDs, so we have to get verified email addresses through Apollo, like Listmint or some other email verification tools like Million Verifier or some other thing. So let's say when we start building a lead list through Apollo or something, this is the funnel which it looks like. We build a lead list through Apollo, then we push that thing into Clay, wherein we do all the enrichments, like advanced enrichments which we need, and then validate the emails. Like, this is the basic what do you call infrastructure setup which we have to do. Let's say if you don't want to use Clay, then it is okay, but the kind of results you might get might vary. If you're a small agency who is just trying to send these many emails per month, and then if you're happy with the responses which you're getting, like, I'm okay, just do that. Also, if you are a really large organization, if you want to set up your whole sales system, then you have to use Clay, because it is kind of really important when it comes to revenue operations or some sales related stuff, right? That is kind of important. So this is basically what infrastructure looks like. The thing which I'm saying is like very simple. You just have to understand that. And then when it comes to campaign management, we use HubSpot or Close, just to track all the leads which are coming in. Then how do you give them a follow up or something? And the campaign tracking tools, we use Airtable, and then native smartly analytics, or build our own CRM reporting the capabilities, right? And yeah, and make things even easier. It's like some advanced setup features like integration between your smart lead and CRM, automating your lead routing, response tracking, and meeting booking through Calendly. Calendly is an important tool, so wherein we can kind of book meetings in the one link. Most of the people watching this video might know Calendly. So yeah, this seems like a lot of tools. Yeah, it is a lot of tools, but you have to use them, because this is the basic thing which you need to do when it comes to email marketing infrastructure setup, right? This is what most of the companies use, and this is what is a proven strategy to use for mass cold emailing, or right, that kind of thing. Let's say I'll just sum up the cost which you need. to set up. Like basic cost will be like smart lead is $99, Apollo is like $99. You can exclude this and this and include like people.ai, and Apollo you can get the data from some other sourcing like export apollo.io or something, and you can get the million verifier, or you can go to AppSumo and get other tools like Rion verify or something like that. Then you can do that in kind of cheap way. If you really have the need for the CRM, then you can go for the CRM. Then it might cost you around $99, and email accounts and all those domain infrastructure setup, you'll have to set up it in $150 or something like that. That might cost you around a $450 a month kind of budget. This is all the setup cost which you have to incur when starting the cold email stuff, right? Yeah, let's say if you want to have the full stack cold email setup, then you have to include Clay, which is like, that's why I told Clay is not for smaller agencies and other stuff. So it is for the people who have set up they're like at $20,000 a month or $50,000 a month, that kind of range. If they're making that kind of money, then they might think on investing in Clay. Yeah, listment and lots of emails and all those stuff. You can send a lot of emails through this kind of email infrastructure. And for context, one closed enterprise deal typically can get over your entire tools cost. And what this line exactly means is, let's say you are selling a service that is worth around $2,500 per month, and that is your service cost. Let's say you are spending $1,000 a month, and then if you kind of close any deals in the next 2 months, then your entire cost has been covered. So it is kind of the cheapest form of marketing, we can say, because if you go and spend it on ads, then you might incurring spending a lot of money in ads. So I think this is the best thing to reach out, and you can get a lot of good results with it. Yeah, building an entire cold email infrastructure setup. So this is a summary where everything is explained. So I'll just give a summary on how much does it cost and what all is the infrastructure setup again. So yeah, technical setup, it is, you can use Smart Lead, Instantly, People.ai, any kind of tools, and then connect 2 email IDs. It's not 2 email IDs, is very less. You have to get around 10 mailboxes so that you can send around 1,000. You can reach out to at least 1,000 emails per day, right? And then start your warm-up. Warm-up is around for 14 days. And then you get the lead generation done. Build the lead list, use Clay, Apollo, whatever the data sourcing tools are there. And then you run the validation check for a week, so that emails are getting into the client's inboxes, or they are landing into spam. And then campaign management, you can use the CRM to track what replies are you getting and how is your campaign running. So scale successful campaigns, and then you just have to keep that thing running. Do the lead generation, then keep managing your campaign. That's all. Then this is like, you keep on getting replies, then you kind of get them on a sales call and you close them. Yeah, that is as simple as that. But implementing all these things is kind of tough. Yes, we have been doing this for almost like 1 year, and then we have worked with multiple clients and helped them get this infrastructure setup done. And we also help in automating this thing. If you want sales system automation or some kind of AI automation done for your business, then yes, we are ready to help. So yeah, you can reach us out on the email ID and LinkedIn profile, which I'll be mentioning down in the description. Yeah, happy to serve you guys. Or if you are a freelancer or any kind of agency owner who is looking forward to set up their own email infrastructure for getting more clients through email marketing, then you can follow us, subscribe to the channel, or just get in touch with me on LinkedIn or something. Yeah, that is all. Thank you. Bye bye. Enough.